What's up, everybody? Welcome to Talk Wrestling here on YouTube.com and NoDQCAW, and of course, NoDQ.com. Thank you all for watching. Today is more mailbag. That's right, baby. I'm bringing back the mailbag, slow but sure. Today's questions come first from Out for the Count 100. I heard Randy Orton signed a 10-year WWE contract. I'm just wondering if you think that in 10 years Orton will be bigger than Triple H, i.e., if they did the top 50 superstars again in 10 years, will Orton have surpassed the King of Kings? I honestly think, personally, that Triple H's place is set in stone in history, and I don't think that for any reason he will be surpassed unless, something drastic happens. Orton is great, no doubt about that. But, I personally don't think he will be the guy to surpass Triple H. I don't think anybody will, at least not for a long time. Triple H, yes, he's married to the McMahons. Yes, he's part of the family. Yes, he's entrenched now. But you know what? As I've said on the show before, Triple H was a huge star long before he even started dating Stephanie McMahon. So I don't think that's fair to say that. Orton be a top star? No doubt about that. Will Orton be the guy, one of the guys? He already is one of the guys. He already is one of the top draws in the company as we speak. But will he be the next Triple H? Will he surpass Triple H? I personally don't think so. He's got a great finisher. He's got a great look. He's over with the people. The girls love him. But I don't think when the list is made in 10 years again that we'll have a surpassing of Triple H by Randy Orton. The next one comes from Pexakira, I guess is how you say it. Sorry about that. What are your thoughts on Bryan Danielson's future? Will he end up like Kurt Angle or Lance Storm? In WWE, both wrestlers had the uncool gimmick, but Kurt was able to become a serious main eventer. Lance wasn't so lucky. Definitely have to agree with Kurt and Lance there. Kurt came in as this, milk-drinking, catchphrase spouting, I'm better than you, and you should be like me because I have my 3 eyes, and follow me, and blah, 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 and he turned into a badass. Lance Storm came in as a very serious person, ended up dancing his way off of Sunday Night Heat toward the end of his run with WWE, and now he's retired. Bryan, I feel, and this is just me, Bryan is better overall than Lance Storm. And I've said that, I haven't said that, but I have believed that for many, many years. Bryan, has got his shot now. I think he should have had it long before this. Comparing Bryan to Kurt Angle, Kurt Angle is one of the greatest of his generation, and, had Bryan started in WWE at the same time Kurt did, who's to say where Bryan would be now? I mean, Bryan started in wrestling when Kurt was debuting in WWE, pretty much. So, it's hard to compare the two because they've come up in a different time. Bryan is coming into his own now in a WWE that's drastically different from the WWF of 99-2000. So, I think Bryan has the potential to go all the way. This thing with the Gail, Kim, and Bella storyline is definitely hindering him. But, he can surpass it. He can overcome it because Bryan's just that good. And finally, we have from WWE Daniel 01. What are your thoughts on WWE creative not seeing John Morrison as a possible future second babyface behind Cena? And instead seeing Skip Sheffield as a better wrestler to fill this role because he can kick ass and Morrison cannot. Let's establish something here. Okay? John Morrison has shown in the last 5 years that he may not be the biggest, baddest dog in the yard, but he'll whoop that ass. Okay? John Morrison will kick your head in. He will, just completely, kick your head off. He'll dive off the top rope. He'll dive off cages. He'll dive off titantrons. Any number of things to get the job done. Skip Sheffield has a look. He has a very distinctive look. He's a big dude. He's not the world's best talker, but neither is John Morrison. Of the two guys in a legit back alley fight, of course you're going to go with Skip Sheffield. But you know what? WWE has shown that they are willing to look past that in recent years. Bryan Danielson, any of these guys that are, not Rey Mysterio comes to mind, Eddie Guerrero comes to mind. They're not the biggest dogs in the yard, so to speak, but they've gotten their opportunity. And this is even true, if it even is, that Vince sees Skip Sheffield as a bigger main eventer than would be John Morrison. I don't buy that for a minute. I think that Vince realizes enough that the people love Morrison so much, and that's why he got his shot at Miz earlier this last month, on the first episode of Raw, and that Falls Count Anywhere Classic that they had. And those two guys have potential to have a great feud down the line, title or no title. So I think for Vince for it to be speculated that Vince is, stalemating or, pushing John Morrison down and making sure Skip Sheffield has a clear path to number 2 babyface, bad idea. Horrible idea. But, again, shows my opinion. What do you guys think? Does Skip deserve the spot over John Morrison? What do you guys think of Randy Orton's tenure with WWE? Will he surpass Triple H? And what about Bryan Danielson and his future? Will he get past the silliness of this gimmick with Gale and the Bellas and move on to be the great thing that he can be? Let me know, and we'll see you next time.